Hey guys, what's up? IrishEmerald here, and welcome back to the IBA. This is week 2. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm actually really nervous. But this is week 2 of the IBA, and we are up against none other than the Wonder Trade Wonders, coached by none other than Damien, who has a pretty decent team, but I'm going into it pretty confident that I can pick up the W this week, unlike last week where we picked up the trio loss against the Montreal Canadiens. So yeah, let's get right into what Damien has and what the Wonder Trade Wonders have. They have Jirachi, Mega Swampert, Florges, Rotom Wash, Trevenant, Scizor, Crobat, Uxie, Muck, Scrafty, and Luxray. So a bit of coverage all around, but I do think that I can handle it. I am very scared of the Scrafty. I have the team over here on this screen, but I am very scared of the Scrafty. And I'm scared of his Jirachi because I know what Jirachi can do. Hate Jirachi. I love using Jirachi, but I hate going against it because Jirachi is just so annoying. We see the Jirachi, we see the Rotom Wash. That can be a little bit tricky. Scizor is really good as well. But I think I got a team that can kind of handle him, and I'm hoping that'll work out. The one thing I'm a little bit afraid of is that I don't have ground coverage. I didn't bring Zygarde this week. I click on Alamomola here. As you can see, this is my full team here. I didn't bring Zygarde this week. I felt that was he would have predicted that one a little bit too much since I brought it last week. Although there's been times I wish I did, but I felt Latias gave me a bit more coverage, and I didn't want to bring Double Dragon this week because he's carrying Florges, and Florges can kind of just sit there and tank it, tank me a little bit. But I should be okay. I got T-Tar gives me a little bit of ground coverage, and Solar Panel can kind of half deal with Jirachi a little bit. But this is the team, and I'm going to go through it. So first and foremost, with these videos, I normally go through my whole team building process. For those guys who are new in the team building episode, I literally just go through my whole thought process about when I went to building, what I needed, and what I was thinking about, and how I came to this team at the moment. So first things first, when I looked at the team, I saw Mega Swampert, and I was like, right, I need a way to deal with it. Don't want to be dealing with Mega Swampert and his shenanigans. So I figured I'll bring Alamomola this week. So Love the Alamomola is making her debut for the Wexford Wailords. She's carrying Wish, Protect, Toxic, and Scald. And I went for a very standard defensive set where I split the EVs. I did this between both defenses because I did this because I didn't want, like some weird like Grass Knot Swamp Mega Swampert doing a ton to me and all that kind of stuff. So I figured I'll throw in I'll throw in a bit of bulk in the Spadef, and I want enough physical bulk where Earthquake from Mega Swampert was not a 3-hit KO, was a 3-hit KO, not a 2-hit KO. And even though I wasn't too keen when I saw it being around 49%, because I figured it didn't give me enough kind of leverage to kind of protect and get my HP back, and then Toxic and protect again and Wish and whatnot. I felt that being so close to being a 2-hit KO was just a little bit too dodgy for me. So that's the reason why I have this EV set here. It's mainly to deal with Mega Swampert. This is my Mega Swampert check. It's not my counter, it's my check. Especially if this thing sets up the rain, because if he comes in and he has Mega Swampert and he brings it in on, say, T-Tar, then I can't stay in on my T-Tar and all that kind of stuff. Or he brings it in on my Latias, and Latias can't really. I have energy ball on Latias, but all that kind of stuff. Or he brings it on Hitmontop, or he brings it in a Fortress, all that kind of stuff. He brings them, and then he's thinking, right, I can stop the rain now and it'll be fine. And I was like, not liking that. I just didn't really like that. I thought it would not suit me whatsoever. So I figured I'd bring in Alamomola. Alamomola can kind of eat it, wait out the rain turns, slow it down a lot, and just literally just check it. Now, my way of dealing with Mega Swampert comes later on. I brought plenty of coverage for Mega Swampert. so I'm not too worried about it now anymore. I'm very worried about Scrafty. Scrafty for me is the real scary threat on my side. I have Skull, I have Toxic. I'm hoping he doesn't bring that shed skin bulk up shenanigans, because for me it's just the worst. I've been swept by that Scrafty before, and I don't want to get swept by it again, so I'm always worried when I go face it. I think Alamomola can kind of deal with it. I think Alamomola can kind of it is set up for it, but I do think it's with Toxic I can really put timer on things, and you can't really be going around like, for me, if you set up if you fight Toxic and set up the Scrafty one, you can carry Drain Punch as much as you want. I can protect and all that, and just have it so that the Toxic will wear you down, especially once the Mega Swampert is gone. And that's pretty much it. Alamomola it doesn't really deal with much else other than that. It kind of, it's a bit of a check against Scizor, bit of a, but not against an SD Scizor. Have to watch out for that. But it's just there for really the Mega Swampert. So after that, I figured I better bring some offensive pressure. Seeing as how Alamomola is just there to phase the rain and whatnot. So I figured I'd better bring my Zard and for some wall breaking potential. And I'm bringing Fire Blast, Solar Beam, Air Slash, and Roost. I'm bringing Fire Blast to deal with the Jirachi, to deal with Trevenant, to deal with Scizor, and basically Fire Blast just kills a lot of things, which I'm really happy about. I'm bringing the Solar Beam to deal with the Mega Swampert and the Rotom Wash, and I'm bringing Air Slash to deal with Scrafty. That is it. I did when I was looking at this team, I looked at it and I figured, Ancient Power doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't do that much for me against the Crobat, and Focus Blast doesn't do anything against this team. There's no kind of Steel type this week. Well, there's no kind of not Steel type, Rock type this week. So he doesn't have Rock type. So and so I figured Air Slash will do just the finest, because it means the Scrafty can't come in and figure it with an Assault Vest and do all that shenanigans, and kind of I can Air Slash and kind of scared out a little bit. So that's Zard Y. That's our desert, and I'm hoping we can do a bit better with Zard Y this week. I don't think we really did well with Zard Y last week. We never really got a chance for it to shine against the Arcanadian. So I'm hoping this week we can definitely pull off some fancy stuff with Zard Y and pick up a few kills with it. So that was Zard Y, and like literally I'm bringing it because it deals with so many of his threats. That's it. That's the only reason. Like, he deals with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, possibly 6 of his threats, and then the rest of it, Fire Blast does half. That's more than enough for me to be able to decide to bring it, as far as I'm concerned. So I figured I'll couple Zard with Solar Panel. So I bring Solar Panel with the Solar Power, baby. I'm bringing Solar Power this week. Expert Belt, Solar Power, Expert Belt, Solar Power. I'm not bringing Life Orb because I'm going to get a ton of recoil off the Solar Power, and I figured that I'll have enough coverage to. I get plenty of a boost with Expert Belt to be able to kind of finish off what I want. And I didn't want to be locked in with a move with Solar Power, Solar Panel this week, because I figured he'd be switching in and out a lot, and I just didn't fancy it. I just didn't fancy it this week. Didn't fancy going the Choice Spec Solar Power route this week. So I'm bringing Grass Knot, Full Switch, Dark Pulse, and Hidden Power Fire. Grass Knot for Mega Swampert, Road and Wash. Full Switch for the Crobat as well, to give me some initiative as well. I have Dark Pulse for the Uxie because I don't really have anything for the Uxie here, so I figured I'll bring something along to be able to kind of deal with it. And then I have the Hidden Power Fire to be able to deal with the Scizor and the I might have to break my headset there by just scratching. Get in. There we go. Be fine. But I have the Hidden Power Fire for the Scizor and the Jirachi. So that's the kind of plan there. I don't think Hidden Power Fire might do less. It might be a 3-hit KO against especially defensive Jirachi. I'm not too sure, especially in the sun, but we'll find out anyways. But that is the plan with Solar Power Panel right there. It's just it gives me plenty of coverage, and he doesn't Bar's Mega Swampert doesn't have a ground type, and I have Grass Knot to be able to OHKO that thing. So I'm thinking I'll be just fine. I'll be just fine, especially seeing as how it won't be able to set up the rain, because I am bringing Dual Weather. It's not going to be able to set up the rain that nicely against me if He's not going to get the range sweep because I do have the dual weather, so I'm comfortable enough with that. So the solar panel kind of was covering a lot of stuff that I had that I didn't have, or no, that I didn't have covered previously with Charizard. So but there was one or two more that I didn't have covered, and I figured I'd bring T-Tar. So and I'm bringing the Sandstream this week. So I do have my my Drew Weather this week. I'm bringing Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, Crunch, and Fire Blast. I bring Stone Edge because I want to deal with that Crobat. I'll double check the calc and see if Rock Slide will kill instead of the Stone Edge. I want to double check that, and you might see a switch before the battle. But I am bringing that rock coverage for the Crobat. I'm bringing Crunch for the Uxie, and I'm bringing Fire Blast for Jirachi and Scizor. I'm still torn between Fire Blast and Earthquake. I do want EQ for the Luxray, the Muck, but I think I should be fine with Crunch. I think I should be fine with Crunch this week, and I think if I can get my rocks up, I'll be just fine. So that's my T-Tar. I have the weakness policy because I do think he's going to bring coverage for this T-Tar, and I do think I can live a hit. Not from the Scrafty, but I do think I can, live I can live a grass if I'm the Trevenant. And Crunch deals with the Trevenant as well, so I have to keep forgetting Crunch deals with the Trevenant as well. But I do think, and I do think I can live a Bullet Punch from the Scizor, and probably not a Waterfall from the Swampert, sadly. I wish. And maybe an Iron Head from a defensive Jirachi. So that would give me my weakness policy boost, and that would be fantastic. So hopefully that will work out. So then not having EQ on the T-Tar kind of led me to bring and as well as not want to be predictable with my team. I didn't want to bring Zygarde. I decided to bring Latias because I didn't have Muck covered, and I wanted something that I can kind of deal with. Well, then they can kind of come in and just laugh at Uxie's face, saying, "You're not going to set up your rocks against me. Go way out of that." I'm going to bring, actually, now that I'm here, I'm not going to bring Draco Mew. I'm going to bring Dragon Pulse because, actually, I want to calculate. I'll double check this, but I want to make sure that if I do Draco Uxie, it's going to be a 2-hit KO and not an OHKO, or not a 3-hit KO, or not a 3-hit KO where it's gone to the point where it's, Dracoing is just not doing anything to that Uxie. I have Defog for some support. For my Zard, I have Psyshock to be able to deal with like the Muck and the Crobat, and I have Energy Ball for the Mega Swampert and the Rotom Wash. I was kind of thinking of bringing something for the Jirachi and the Scizor, but for me, I don't think I will. I'm a little bit worried about Pursuit Scizor against the Latias. I gotta just be careful on that one, but I probably will have T-Tar as my first switch in for the Scizor. Maybe Zard Y, but I'm not going to be. I am going to be keeping an eye on that Scizor switching, because I don't want to get caught in pursuit. I don't want to be pursuit trapped. And as well, Latias does eat a lot of the hits. Like it eats the electric type attacks for the Zard. It eats the water type attacks for Zard. It eats the water type attacks for T-Tar. It levitates, so it eats the EQ attacks that Solar Panel and T-Tar are weak to. It does eat a lot. It is able to eat a lot more hits and be able to dish back the punishment. So it is very useful having the Latias like that. And then so it was kind of it was more up until this point. It was more like I knew what I want. I knew what I kind of was wanting to bring this week because I figured my more or less my 18 would be able to kind of go in and it should be able to do the work here. But it was what I was really struggling with was the movesets. That was really it, the movesets and what I really wanted to use. I really struggled with my last Pokemon. Really struggled. I'm not gonna lie, I really did struggle with it. I didn't know what I wanted. And I was looking about, and I looked like I had everything kind of set, bar Scrafty and Luxray. Didn't like them at all. And I figured that I better bring something to do with it. I better bring something to do with them, So I decided to bring Handstand. So I brought Handstand again. The Intimidate. I'm not bringing Assault Vest. I'm bringing Leftovers this week. So And I'm bringing High Jump Kick to hopefully code as Scrafty. Bring Stone Age to deal with the Crobat. Bring EQ to deal with the Muck. And bring Rapid Spin for a bit of support. Bring a very defensive set again, because I want this to be kind of a bit more utility, and I'm hoping it'll last a bit longer because I'll have leftovers as well. And that was pretty much it. I was just looking at the rest of my team. I didn't think Venusaur fit in this week, and I didn't think Stoutland fit in this week, and I didn't think the rest of my team really fit in this week, and I thought Hitmontop did a lot better. I am afraid of the Scrafty, very much afraid of the Scrafty, and now look at the floor. Just is a little bit scary. I'm not gonna lie, the floor just is very, very scary. It kind of beats 3 of my teams. Nah, screw up, mate. I'm still tossing between Hitmontop and Fortress. Maybe Fortress might be the better play. Do I get Dragon Tail or anything like that? What about Whirlwind? What about Roar? What about something? Let me see. Do you get Focus Blast by any chance? You do get Focus Blast. I don't want to rely on Focus Blast though. Really don't want to rely on Focus Blast. I am going to bring a defensive Fortress though, and actually that means I can bring Stealth Rocks here, and I'm going to give T-Tar EQ. And I can bring. Kind of want to go Explosion. Really want to go Explosion now, actually, for the fun of it, but I won't. Gyro Ball to deal with the Florges. Do you know something? I'm gonna go Full Switch because it gives me a bit more initiative, and no, I want to give a special bulk. That's what I want to do. Give a bit of special bulk and Sassy Nature. That should do the trick. What do I call my Fortress? What did I call Fortress in the last episode? Steel Spin. That's what it is. All right, so I go for Fortress. I was tossing turn between Fortress and Hitmontop, but I think Fortress now is the better bet. Now that I look at Fortress, and if I can play around it better, I'll be fine. And I can get Volt Switch. Yeah, and then Volt Switch means if he has Florges in and he switches out, I can go for Volt Switch and just turn, and that would be the job. Yeah, I think that's way better. I actually way much prefer that. So that's the team. That's your Wexford Wailords for week 2. If you have any, yeah, no, that is the team. Yeah, no, I'm happy with it. I was doubting myself there, but no, that is the team. That is what I'm going to go with, and I think it should be A1. If you like today's video, please click the like button down below. I should pronounce my words more carefully. If you have any thoughts about the team, any suggestions you think I should use for later on or during the league that I should consider, let me know. I have a few ideas that I want to use. Don't want to share them just yet because I know the opposition will be watching. You know. But if you have any thoughts about the team, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want to see more of your Wexford Wailords in action this season in the Irish Battle Association, please click the subscribe button down below for me, guys. And on that note, I'll see you next time.